the same case is heard in appeal twice. And how hard it is for my lawyers, and particularly Subodh, who was not well during the time of the hearing, still he attended the court. The serious health conditions. And
Saibaba's message
and also
later pass.
he worked throughout this period of appeal, pro bono, and he stood for the truth. That's why he did it pro bono, and also when he was not even able to get up from the bed, he attended the court. He knew from the case where the truth lies, and as a human rights activist, he wanted to defend and bring out the truth to the society. That's why he stood even when he was not able to come out of his house. He stood and he fought. And along with them, a number of other lawyers who assisted him. And you know, obviously, the lawyers sitting around me who assisted both Dharmadhikari and others. I thank lawyers from Delhi, Mumbai, and Nagpur. I cannot even take all their names, so I would like to convey to you by each one name of lawyers. All the team of lawyers, they fought for justice and for to bring out the truth and fact before the court. In this short presentation, I must recall one important one. My defense lawyer, Sunil Gandhi, who defended my case during the trial in the Tribunal Court, most effectively and also with great detail. Today, I am so very sad that great human rights lawyer is behind bars. There is no other reason. The only reason is that he defended me effectively during the trial. That is the only reason why he was arrested and defended. He just not only defended me, he had defended hundreds of thousands of cases. The poor Adivasis, poor people, even without taking a single price fee, he fought for justice as a human rights lawyer, as a fellow human being with a great democratic mind. Such a lawyer is languishing behind the prison. And in fact, I would like to say, during the trial, he was threatened. And it happened in front of me. The indications that he will be incarcerated, he will be vitiated, was visible clear during that time itself, during the trial. Certain vested interests and police forces, they said that after Saibaba we will see, and that's what exactly happened. So the justice in this case, in my case, is to have to fully achieve. A defense lawyer of great repute, eminent lawyer, a famous lawyer, who has a human approach to law, is languishing behind. This is not good for our country. This is not good for our people. As a human rights activist, I am really heart deeply, and I feel that what is what is happening is not perfect. Today, the guiding my lawyer is the human face of human in this region, without doubt. That human face is behind it. I would also like to thank media, the press, who supported me and my family all throughout the 10 years. Today, in fact, is 7th March. 7th March was the day when I was convicted and sentence was pushed on my head. Without any evidence, without facts, without anything that could stand before law. False case, fabricated case. And today, you can see not once, twice, the higher judiciary confirmed that this case is without fact, without truth, without evidence, without any legal viable matter. Why it has been gone for so long? 10 years. 10 years of my life and my co-accused life. Who will bring it back? As a professor, I was at the peak of my profession. 10 years loss of a public servant. I am a professor, I was a professor, I am a professor, a teacher is a teacher. Where is paid or outside? Or dismissed forcefully. I am away from my family. I am away from my students. I am away from my class for 10 years. 8.5 years of incarceration. That too rigorous and inhuman, brutal kind of life within within the prison and us. No accessibility. I can't move out of the kitchen on my own. I can't go to the toilet. I can't go to take a bath. It is a wonder. It is only a chance that I came out of prison gates today. And there was every chance that I would not have come out alive. It's, it's the wishes of the people, not only in India, but throughout the world, and their struggle that inspired me to live even with such suffering, pain, and kind of atmosphere where I was kept with so many restrictions. Restrictions which are not even applicable to other normal, so-called normal people prisoners. Every moment was my family struggle, my lawyer struggle, all democratic people in the country and worldwide. They raised the voice for truth and justice. After one thing that one that thing I wanted to say is that the question comes: why such a humongous kind of suffering is given to me and others? Why 10 years of such injustice? Why something happened? Why this case? Why at all this case? I just wanted to say two sentences about this. 10 years ago, before this case was instituted, I was asked by veteran democratic rights people in India one thing. You know, Justice such a and retired IAS officer who worked for the Adivasis, V. Sharma. Surendra Mohan was an MP and a socialist. Professor Ranjit Singh, a great eminent professor of political science of Delhi University, internationally acclaimed professor. Agnesh, yes. And these people are no more today. They left us. While I was in jail, I was reading about the opportunities of this great. I have taken only a few names. And these are the people who asked me one thing. You please coordinate human rights society, organizations, groups, civil society groups, to raise our voice as a single voice for the rights of the tribal people. At that time, there was Saibaba, Operation Green Hand going on, and the tribal people were crushed under heavy repression, and uh, their lands were bad for mining and other things. What all these democratic people asked me to coordinate because they trusted me as a kind of a foot soldier who will bring a kind of a unity of all the democratic voices among themselves and among all of us to lead a kind of platform of all civil society groups and democratic groups, human rights groups, Dalit organizations, private organizations, people, individuals, to raise consistently that that trouble and a threat to the life of Adivasis is a threat to the entire country and all of us. And we raise together the voice. Whichever may be the government of the day or the state, the nature, they did not like this. And internationally also, many human rights organizations, United States, United Nations, wings, they also ask me to coordinate with the material of sufferings of the people of the tribal belts, Central India and Eastern India. And I was really doing the documentation work and raising voice together. As a center, we continue under the guidance of Professor Ranjit uh, and other professors and V.D. Sharma and others. I was a coordinating point. I was a point of coordination. So that is the only reason. That is the real reason to stop the voice of the people. I was implicated as a second thought in a case which was 5 to 10 months before at that time. So I would also like to say the last word about one thing. One of the co-accused in the case, Adivasi, who belongs to most primitive tribe of this country, who was falsely implicated and who was there in the case. He was also there in the same understanding. A young man with a young daughter, this man, father died during this course of injustice and incarceration. It is very, very sad for me and haunted me all these years since he died. Why he died? It's a simple disease. The young man. Great injustice is done by this kind of a private person who is illiterate. He came never out of his village and who we don't know each other at all. just how did he die? Is it possible in this modern time for a person to die because of a simple fever? What kind of a death is this? Please see the details of this. I am very saddened today that he is not he released along with us. He is not there for the family. He is not there for his freedom. In his death, whoever, whichever institution is responsible, is responsible. I can't say, I can't think of a person who is an innocent person, who belongs to a most primitive mind, who doesn't know about court, who doesn't know about case, what is law, nothing was possible. He was killed in the prison. It is not the death of by fever. This are us how can you what else is a person who is a young person. Normally, you would get that without any reason. And he died with handcuffs in the government hospital in front of my eyes. He was about to die. In the last moment, I am not in a position to say you will be both saying in the yes.
Mr. Saibaba, what will be your future question and are you going to sue the government? Okay.
See, I want to say one thing. I am not aware. I am not even able to sit properly. And I am breathless because of my heart problem. I will definitely like to answer all your questions once I take at least the primary medical treatment.
Will you continue with your activism fight for human rights? Or in 10 years, has anything changed for your family? Will you look back to fight elections?
See, I would say that if the Constitution of India is implemented at least 50%, the change will come. I hope that kind of a hope. But if the Constitution of India is at least implemented in letter and spirit, 50% of change.
What is your view on the High Court observation by not creating this? What is your view on the High Court observation by not creating
One thing is that I have not gone through the book. And when I go through the document, I can understand because there is no possibility in the prison. I came out of prison just this morning, and I haven't got a copy. And go through it.
Sir, one question. Sir, one question. Did you ever
smoke while in jail?
See, hope is the only thing which made me survive and come out of jail alive.
Will you continue your fight for human rights?
I got one question from here.
See, the question is, should one continue the activism of human rights? It's a question for everyone. In the sense that every responsible citizen of this country should work for human rights. It's not anything special to me.
Are you going to join the university again? Just a minute. Are you going to join the university again?
I am a teacher. I am a teacher. So my classroom is here. I cannot live without teaching, without my classroom, without my teacher, students.
I have one question.
It is my blood.
You were arrested when Congress said UPA was in a power. You were opposed the Green Hand operation entirely. Do you think that in the last 10 years, when the BJP-led government is in center, the issues of the tribal has been solved Are you still in a position saying that if tribals are suffering?
See, I have been in jail. I have information from outside world. But one thing is there, one thing I can say, the question of tribals, the question of Dalits, and the question of minorities is the question that is in front of us more sharply today.
You do right to for a selection. You have given us answer. Would you please for a selection?
See, you have asked me that kind of a question can be answered only when the person is taking that. And after having a kind of a space to think about and also have put it up.
Anything on the Bima Corridor accused, the activists still have to be still remain grand. Other than
Whatever I have said about civil government, that's why this is applies to all the other.
And what they have to say about the allegations that are against you?
That's the right one.
and any change in any physical.
There's no more questions. No more questions. No more questions.
The physical condition.
He needs this, and we
Outwardly,
are.
He's out of breath, as we can see. And his health condition is not such that he would have been able to interact with you all. But I, in fact, insisted him to come and hide. So let's please respect his health condition. I assure you, next time he comes here, he will have a longer press briefing and he will interact with each one of you first.
just one thing I wanted to say, how physically like what you would have, how this movement has been impacted. Before.
Today I am
Yes.
my